Hi, Dr. Rupali.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We'll just wait for another 10 minutes. I think it's 2:55.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we'll wait for another 10 minutes and then we'll begin.
sure, sure. Yeah.
हेलो। हाँ, ज्वाइन करो। मैं भूल गई, 1 मिनट कर रही हूँ। हाँ हाँ। 1 मिनट। हाय स्नेहा। हेलो।
Hey, hi, Chabi. Good
अच्छा भी
afternoon.
हाय डॉक्टर रूपाली। या हाय।
Good afternoon.
We can, are you able to we have just tested the screen sharing.
No, I have not yet, tested on this platform. Do you want me to do that first?
Sneha, can we ask Dr. Rupali to share her screen?
Maybe I can do from here directly. I'll check. Let me know if it is viewable.
Yeah, the screen is visible.
Right.
Dr. Rupali, we are actually not able to hear you properly. Chhabi, yeah. I can hear your voice properly, but not Dr. Rupali's. Yeah, the voice is too low, I think. Low, right? Yeah.
Is it? Okay, okay. Let me try the things. Yeah, I'll keep it to maximum now. Is it okay? I have
Better,
kept
but
it
not
to maximum.
completely.
Oh, maybe I can talk a bit louder.
I initially thought there was a problem with my laptop, but now after seeing all the settings, I think there is some problem at your end only, the audio. Yeah, even I hear her sound is like little bit too low, like.
No, but I'm using my Bluetooth and
Okay.
it works fine. I mean, I'm
Right.
using it for all other calls. Neha, can you hear me fine?
Yeah, yeah. Now we can hear you. Now it's
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. Thanks, Neha. Yeah, okay. Shall I close the sharing for a while till others join, maybe? Or do you want to keep it on,
That's
Chabi?
okay. That's okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Now we'll wait for
More 5 minutes, then we'll start the meeting.
Yeah, sure.
Sneha, let's start the session. You can.
Yes, okay. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to all the attendees joining us today for this insightful session on safeguarding your innovations. We are delighted to have with us Dr. Rupali Suvarnapatki, an accomplished intellectual property professional with over 25 years of experience across the pharmaceutical, nutraceutical, and academic sectors. A registered patent agent, Dr. Patki holds a PhD in pharmacy from the CSIR lab in Pune and a master's in biopharmaceutics. Currently leading the IPR division at Nutriventia, she has played a critical role over the past 6 years in shaping the company's patent and trademark strategies, aligning IP with business objectives, and fostering innovation through academic collaborations. Today, she will be sharing her valuable insights on how to safeguard innovations with effective patent strategies tailored to the nutraceutical space. Dr. Rupali, over to you.
Thank you, Sneha. Thanks for very good introduction to my portfolio. Okay, and I'm very much delighted to connect with you all through this WIN platform, so as to share my insight with respect to patent strategies in context of nutraceutical domain. So whenever we say the patent strategies, so patents will be used as a one of the legal framework so as to safeguard the innovation, like protecting the innovation. As we know that patents do grant exclusive rights to our innovation. So it is for fixed time period. And with this particular tool in hands, we can prevent others from, making, using, and also selling the invention. Okay. So that's why the patents are very, very important for any company, and constructing a very good patent portfolio, which is a robust one, should be always the aim, and it should be going in alignment with the business strategies also. Let me first cover the key pointers of the session. So here we will be looking at why the robust patent portfolio is important for nutraceutical industry. What are the key aspects of patenting, and how, considering those key aspects, we can safeguard the innovations? What are the challenges, especially for nutraceutical domain, because as we know, all these are natural products mainly, and that's why the Patent Act provisions, for protecting the natural products, so those are very different. And there are certain challenges because of acts and rules, and we always need to keep in mind whenever we want to seek the patent protection and be careful about certain things. And that's how patent strategies come in existence, so as to overcome these hurdles. And once we have such strong patent portfolio, then it can be leveraged very well for company benefits. We should also consider the important points like patents versus trade secrets. So generally, always this discussion goes on, like whether we should patent some innovation or do we want to keep it trade secret. So what can be the pointers to go ahead, how the decision can be taken? Very brief, but it can be one of the thing to decide, and the choice can be dependent upon strategy of individual company. Now, as I know all the attendees who are attending this particular session, so those are mainly for nutraceutical and dietary supplement industry. So obviously you are all aware about how the nutraceutical business is really grooming, or it is gaining traction across the globe. So I can say that since last year, and if we consider 8 more years ahead, 8 to 10 years, then the market growth, which is expected in CAGR, so it is 10.18% for this particular nutraceutical industry. And this speaks a lot, which goes hand in hand with increasing awareness about the natural products or any alternative type of approaches for healthcare management and wellness. So this is not only about the users who are becoming more and more aware, but the health practitioners. So they are also making use of nutraceuticals or health supplements, dietary supplements for taking care of certain critical diseases. So that's why if you consider the medicine, then for curing the diseases, then for the nutraceuticals or dietary supplements, we can say that they offer unique fusion of nutritional and health benefits. And that's how they will be useful for managing the disease, and also reducing the side effect of whatever the medicines which are given to the patients. So that's what talks about the growth of nutraceuticals and their applications, and a variety of range which is actually available under this nutraceutical. So we can say that these can be the extracts, these can be specially designed formulations, fortified foods, herbal products. So many things come under this particular domain. And that's why whenever we are thinking of developing new products, new formulations, looking at alternate uses of available nutraceuticals or the actives, then arises the need for developing the innovations. And developing innovations is not only sufficient, but we also need to protect them. So turning ideas into valuable assets is nothing but the use of patent portfolio. And that's why IP protection becomes very, very crucial. Now, when we are saying that yes, patent portfolio is very important, we also need to be aware of exactly what does it offer. So actually in this session, I will like to address certain points like what can be protected, why it should be protected, what are the critical time points, or what is the critical time in alignment with the product development cycle that it needs to be protected, and how we can do that. And I will be really looking forward if that becomes a take home message for the attendees. So as to get a gist exactly of this patent protection and the patent strategy. So having a good portfolio, this always facilitates the market access, because once your branded products, once your brand products are also patent protected, so you are also finding the opportunity to increase market share. You are increasing the opportunities for licensing, as you are getting exclusive rights over the innovation that you have protected through patent claims. So you are also preventing market players or competitors from copying or infringing on your innovation. And whenever you have strong IP rights, which are taken, on a global scale. So you may have patent in India, you may have in other countries also, depending on your business requirement. And if you have such strong IP rights, then it is sure that you maintain a competitive edge for yourself, for your company. And if a good patent portfolio is there, then it also demonstrates company's value, and it makes it more attractive to investors, which is always a point of interest for everyone. Going to the next stage. So here I can say I just want to touch some of the basics of the patents for those attendees who are from other departments or might not be knowing the insight to exactly what is patent and what are the criteria that are always considered whenever we want to patent any innovation. So the most important rule or a thumb rule, we can say that patents are always territorial in nature. So if you want to have the protection in India and US as your market, you need to have your patents in both the countries so as to have and so as to enforce your patents, so as to protect your innovation in pure sense for market, for sale, for manufacture, as well as any type of use. The most important criteria for patentability are novelty, inventiveness, and industrial usefulness. Now, in brief, novelty is nothing but something new or unique, but from patent perspective, it should be the thing which is nowhere published in public domain. It should not be available as prior art anywhere in form of patent literature, non-patent literature, some experts which are coming out of, say, conferences or any news or items or anywhere. So no prior art should exist in the domain, in the public domain, which is accessible to the public. Then such innovations, so they actually carry the value that is novelty, the first criteria for patentability. So always the patent examiners who are examining the patent applications will apply these three criteria. And first and foremost is novelty. So it should not be like you are reinventing the wheel, but the thing should be actually unique, novel. No, it should not be known to anybody. The second criteria is inventiveness. So it should not be a obvious thing for someone skilled in the art. So like you can say no prior art or no other publication should provide you any teaching so as to arrive at that innovation. So that is everything about the inventiveness. So along with novelty, the patent examiners always assess every patent application submitted for inventiveness or non-obviousness criteria. And the third thing is industrial usefulness. So a patent lexicographer, the patent drafting person should always take care that we mention how this particular process or product is industry friendly, how it is simpler to process, what are its real-time applications, and if there is support in data for proving this industrial usefulness, then you have met the third criteria of patentability. So that's why novelty, inventiveness, and industrial usefulness are the three most important criteria. If the patent examination doesn't pass any of these criteria, then the patents will be rejected. So as a simple rule, patent application generally, so it is filed in India and as international application. So when we say international application, it comes or it covers the umbrella of many countries, say around 140 countries. And then according to your business requirement, you can also file in respective countries. Once the patent application is filed, after 18 months of its filing date, then it will get published in the public domain. So everyone who is searching for, similar type of innovations and everything, so they will come to know about what you are working on. So the patent application will be published, then it undergoes examination till the examiner is completely satisfied on all these criteria and allows you the patent. Obviously, lot many things happen. All the steps which actually are involved in the, you can say, life cycle of a patent application are timeline bound. So that's why it is very, very important that we follow the timelines, and we also get support from other, cross functional teams also in that particular specific timeline so as to get the patent granted in least time at least cost. So this criteria, all these criteria, these are very stringent, as I say, and as I said, so these criteria are the patentability criteria. But if you consider that somebody is looking at your granted patent and thinking of the infringement aspect, like if they are having some similar type of innovation like yours or not, so that relates to infringement aspect. So both the aspects are different. Now, going towards the next stage. So exactly what can be patented in nutraceutical domain? So as we know, generally the patents can be like, they can start from a compound. Say some active is extracted or isolated from some natural resource, and then it may be enriched. So you can find out what is existing as the chemical component over there. And if you are able to isolate or analyze something which is not well known, which is not a part of public domain or prior art, can become a subject of patent. So that is one thing. So the next things can be formulation and method for preparation. And the next type of patent applications can be use or health applications. Alternate uses of the known compound is very, very important thing. because being natural compound, that is always the challenge, that the therapeutic knowledge which is available in the public domain for all natural products, so they talk about certain known uses. But if only and only if you are proving and substantiating the alternate use of such known compounds or new use of the known compounds, then and then only you can have patent around such particular health applications. That too, there are stringent criteria about whether the health applications are allowed as per Indian Patent Act or not, and what happens at the global scenario. So all that will be coming in the next slides. So just to touch base with respect to when we say that key consideration. So we can have either the product or compound or chemical compound processes. We can have formulation patents, or we can have health application. So it is always considered that the compound patent or the, say, for example, composition patent, extract composition, A plus B plus C, which are available in a specific extract, or enrichment, so as to enrich some of the component of that available extract, or otherwise formulation, which is prepared by using this extract so as to make it convenient for the consumers, or it can be in the form of, say, the ingredients also. So such type of patents, they are considered to be the strongest patents. If you have broad claims for covering such compound patent or formulation compounds, then you can always prevent competitors from making any similar claims or following the same formulation. On the other hand, I can say that process for preparation of such extract or process of preparation for such formulation, these become weaker type of patents because there are chances of playing around or tweaking around the claims, and anybody can have their own different patent, or they can also, copy the patented process patent if they make certain minor changes. But that thing will not happen in case of formulation or compound patents if you have broad claims. Then patents which are directed to method of use or health application. So these can be considered as second most valuable types. You can also have a combo of formulation plus health application if you have a very good supporting data, substantiating clinical evaluation and the outcome of it. So if that is the subject matter of such patent application, then nothing like that, then you can always get it patented. You can prevent others from copying in your space. Now, when we think of use or health application patents, so I can say that in Indian Patent Act, in Indian scenario, the method of use claims are not allowed. But in US and Europe, if you are following certain conditions, then yes, you can get such patents in US as well as Europe. So in our cases for Indian patent scenario, so we can have a formulation patent, but we should not have main claims on the health application of it. But you can link the health application, you can make it as a part of description and patent scope. So that is still fine, but claims may not be allowed. So with this, I'd like to just cover in brief. So although I don't want to go into most of the technical things, but I like to say that yes, we have a very good welcoming note if we consider that USPTO, how do they grant the patents for dietary supplements? So yes, there is big yes. And first nutraceutical patent was also granted by USPTO. So that was the first patent office, US Patent Office. So, for example, variety of patent applications for process, for formulation, extract compositions, along with health applications are being granted in US as well as Europe. So Europe only, the language of the claims, one needs to be careful about it. So it should sound as a use, but not obviously for, the therapeutic indications or cure and so. So we need to be crucial while drafting the claims, considering the patent laws of respective countries. So overall, I can say that navigating international patenting strategies is crucial because there are multiple jurisdictions and the rules, the patent acts and rules of variety of countries are very different if you consider the patentability criteria as the most important. Now, the most important for us will be considering the Indian Patent Act and the constraints for patenting the natural products. But this slide is not only to show that these are hurdles, but yes, if we are aware about these hurdles and we know what is the way out, how we can be careful while drafting the patents and providing the supporting data, then we can very well, overcome all these hurdles. So these hurdles are nothing but, so there is a specific section in Indian Patent Act about what is patentable and what is considered as non-patentable. So section 3C, 3D, 3E, and 3P. So these are very popular and always the patent examiners, they like to quote this section saying that your patent application or your innovation is not patentable because it is falling in one of these criteria. And then that becomes very critical that you should overcome by providing either additional data or pertinent explanation. So just going one by one in very brief. So 3C. So this particular provision is for natural products. So this section, it says that mere discovery of something which is occurring as natural product or any living, non-living substance which is occurring in nature, it is not patentable. So whenever you are drafting, it should not be the thing that you are talking about some natural product in the claim and then linking it to some formulation, use, or process of preparation also. But obviously, because that will not be called as innovation, that is mere discovery. You came to know about something, you are trying to put it in the form of patent application. So that is what is not allowed. And that's why here, to overcome such things, you need to be novel and innovative, especially with respect to you should have something which is, modified from its natural being. And then you should be also having the supporting data to show how it is useful or how it is different than the naturally existing product. So it is something which is prepared by manual intervention. It is done something so as to, fetch additional benefits which are otherwise not observed in the nature. Then with all such things, you can overcome this particular objection. 3D is the another constraint or another provision for non-patentability. So it talks about therapeutic efficacy requirement. So here it is nothing but mere discovery of new form of a known substance will not be patentable. But here you have to show enhanced efficacy. And you might have heard sometimes, about the case which had happened in 2013, a very, very popular case, Novartis Pharma, about their product, which was Gleevec, anti-cancer, talking about very well-known, active imatinib mesylate. So Novartis could not get their patent granted in India in spite of having their patent granted in US that time for the same thing because they had just come up with enhanced crystalline form, beta crystalline form of that particular active. So the case went up to even the higher levels, the Supreme Court, and then it was said that unless and until you prove therapeutic efficacy, the effect which is clinically can be substantiated in your patent application for that derivative or crystal or enantiomer or whatever modified form. Till that time it will not be patentable. So Novartis could not get a patent in India. So this is the section 3D, which is very popular. The next is section 3. So here it mainly applies to, if you are combining, say, active A, B, C, say ashwagandha, turmeric, something else, some krill oil, and then you are trying to say that, hey, we are getting all these benefits. Then substance obtained by a mere admixture resulting only in the aggregation of the properties will not be patentable. Then in that case, we have a way out. We have to show the synergistic effect and show the comparative data in the patent application saying that this is not only the result coming out of admixture, but it is something over and above that because it is a synergy which is showing or actually indicated by that particular formula which is containing, say, 2 3 actives. So that is what is section E. And last is section P, 3P. So this is invention about the traditional knowledge. And this is again one of the things which generally is quoted for the formulations. And if you are talking in the patent application about its uses in general, so that time such things are quoted by the patent examiner, and you need to show how you are different from whatever is existing in the traditional knowledge. So it is not only, say, active A that you are linking it to some use, but you have formed some formulation, you have done something to it so as to get or enhance the bioavailability, enhance stability, and to get the overall effect. And the most important and a very big headache, the constraint is due to National Biodiversity Authority because of their Biodiversity Act, and it applies to any biological resource that you obtain from India and you try to use it for getting IPR or even for any commercialization purpose for that matter. So you need to get prior approval from them, prior registration first, so as to get IPR granted, and then after that, they may look forward to benefit sharing from your side. Now, so as I mentioned already, so as to overcome all these constraints, we need to have additional information. We need to have significant modification or novel way of utilization of existing active so as to become patentable. We need to always look forward to, say, enrichment, combinations, novel processes, or new method of users to pass the criteria of novelty. We have to demonstrate the new and unexpected uses, synergistic effects. So most of the points we already covered in the earlier slide. So that's why looking at all these constraints, all these criteria, and the very nature of starting material, which is nothing but the natural products in our case for nutraceutical industry. So it becomes very challenging to establish a clear and defensible patent strategy. Obviously, considering the competitive nature of this particular market, we have to be very careful when we are overcoming all these hurdles. So as we said that sometimes the obviousness because of known actives and their medicinal uses, so this becomes obvious. So we need to build a strong case for novelty, and we should be very careful enough, and that's why patenting strategy is important. So once the product development starts and you are having some data in your hands, then you can be in discussion with your R&D team so as to provide a foolproof data, so as to generate a foolproof data at each and every level. So, and for that, the comprehensive documentation of R&D processes, right from lab trials, then, when they start analyzing their products to show that, yes, the formulation, the product is working, Then going to the scale-up level, that is the pilot studies, wherein if a good documentation is available to show what were the innovative steps, what technical problems they could overcome over the period of product development, then that becomes always a welcoming data for patent department. And that's why formulation and patent people or patent department always needs to work hand in hand whenever checking for information which is available for any innovation before even filing the first patent application, which is called as provisional patent application. If you want to quote any information in our patent application about the use or any health application, then rigorous scientific evidence and clinical data is very, very important, because that is nothing but the thing which is going to help us so as to differentiate from traditional uses, because that is the most important obstacle. And if we have some information or some analytical information over and above all this data, just the formulation development, just the clinical evidence and everything, so that can be in the form of molecular level. So how actually the formulation is working at molecular level. So there can be different ways of proving it. So this can be one of the ways. And if we can also show how the bioavailability is improved, how the solubility is enhanced, and the dissolution study in line with whatever the patent claims that you want to make. So all this helps a lot. And this become the strategy, the part of the strategy right from the product development and when you think of filing a provisional application. So in brief, provisional application is nothing but the first patent application after your product team says, your formulations team says that yes, this concept is working. Then we check for patentability. Then once we file the provisional patent application, so that is one of the ways that will give us 12 months additional time so as to file our claims and conduct more research if required, so as to substantiate the claim and explore the commercialization strategies. So once we think of any patent and patent enforcement, so we need to have the robust and well substantiated claims drafted clearly to highlight the inventive steps and commercial applicability. So if you have everything in place, then half of the work is done. And then you can expect that, yes, there will be least objections from the patent examiners. There will be less to and fro, and because of which you can expect early grant, you can reduce time which is required for grant, you can save the cost, and that is what all is a part of patent strategy. Maintaining robust documentation, providing the data, writing it very clearly, and defining the patent scope. So that is what is all required. Now, once if we consider that, yes, a robust patent portfolio is maintained, it is designed, which is comprised of, say, not only the main domain that you are working, that is, say, maybe a extraction company may look around the process for extraction or process for preparation of, say, some extract or something. You can also have a composition patent. You can also link it to the health application. So you need to create a web of protection, making it challenging for competitors to navigate. So I will say a very ideal patent portfolio can have process applications for preparation of, say, composition or extract. If it is coming within your domain, you can have formulation. If possible, you can have a patenting around platform technology, which is your technology you are using for most of the products, and try to cover a number of actives under it. You can also have a health application, although you will not get in India, but you can have it granted in US and Europe, and that will serve the purpose. Once you have this good patent basket ready with you, you can always explore the possibility of monetizing. So you can license out You can check for such partners. Also, there is one very important tool of patent pooling. So, say company A has expertise in extraction, they have say 4, 5 patents, and number of patents. The another one is working on formulation, another one is exclusively working on health applications and all. But the link may be like the active is similar. So, such multiple holders can come together, pool their patents, and they can license them out as a bundle. So this can become an asset. So as I said earlier also, turning ideas into valuable assets, which can attract investors. It can, give you a very good marketplace because of your all flagship products are getting, patented in variety of geographies. Then it always becomes a very, very important tool for monetizing. And the last point in my session, so we talked everything about the patent portfolio, but many a times we always discuss about what can be maintained as a trade secret. In this case, a very thumb rule type of thing is nothing but the things which you really don't want to bring into public domain, because see, once you file the patent application, it becomes public in 18 months, so it is available for public to view. So in such cases, some of the processes, say there can be some manufacturing processes for critical or very, you can say niche type of products. So that manufacturing practice is of your own, it's a proprietary thing. It is something which instead of making a patent, you will like to keep it as a trade secret, then yes, it is always advisable to go around method of manufacturing as one of the, I mean, keeping it as one of the trade secret. Another invention can be one which is difficult to reverse engineer. So generally what happens in formulation components, the way they are mixed with each other, complex are formed or whatever the formulation processes are used, end product, sometimes it may be still possible to reverse engineer by using certain analytical techniques. But in some cases, it will be very difficult to reverse engineer. In such cases, making it difficult for others to guessing exactly what are the components, you can keep it as a trade secret. But the most important thing, on the one hand, you are saying that yes, you have to keep it as a trade secret, but you need to be extremely careful about maintaining the confidentiality. And for that, your internal mechanism should be very, very concrete and stringent. So signing the NDAs, keeping the things confidential, or keeping within, say, a certain group of people, ensuring that the things don't go out, because it is always said a very, very, you can say, popular sentence that trademarks provide indefinite period of protection as long as the secret is not disclosed. If secrecy cannot be maintained, if we are not sure of maintaining the secrecy, it is always better that patenting should be done. Because once the thing go out of four walls, once the things go out to some other competitor, and if they file a patent application, you cannot prevent them from getting a patent because you never, filed your own patent application so as to protect the scope of the patent, so as to protect the patent claims. So that's why it is very crucial. It is very tricky, rather, I will say, to take a decision whether to patent or keep it as a trade secret. So I'll always say depends a lot on your internal strategy, internal mechanism. But yes, as a patent person, I will always say we need to be always instrumental while protecting our own inventions so as to gain the competitive advantage by having good patent portfolio, considering the, you can say the inventorship to the correct people, you can always foster a culture of creativity, of growth within your organization. So we have to always look at the patent portfolio and safeguarding our inventions or innovations from that particular perspective. And that's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rupali. The session is now open for any queries.
Yeah. You have you can have any comments, suggestions, or questions, and I will be happy to discuss. I feel there are no questions.
Are there any questions? Suppose all good. And in case there would be any yes, okay. So there is one question from Priyanka. Can we apply patent for any innovative product formulations?
Okay, so Priyanka, so by product you mean to say the extract product or a formulation product? A formulation.
Yes, ma'am. A formulation, a finished product formulation.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So the question is whether we can file a patent around it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, why not? Because formulation patents are always considered as the strongest patents. So if the thing is novel and patentable, then we should always file a product or formulation patent. We need to be always careful that while filing such a patent application, you should cover what is the essential component of that particular formulation and also cover the process for preparation, which should be broader one for preparing that formula in further subsequent claims. So that should give you a good formulation patents. Always try to substantiate your formula and its benefit by giving all pertinent information. So that is always good to patent and go ahead with. That is the strongest patent. So any extract composition or formulation is always considered to be a strongest patent. We should always do that.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Can I request all the attendees to please switch on their camera to take a picture? Sabhi, please let us know once you're done.
Yeah, it's done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr.
all of
Rupali,
you.
for taking time from your busy schedule for such a wonderful session for us. Looking forward for many such interactions in the future.
Thank you so much. And I thank all of you and Rajat for providing me this opportunity to connect with all of you and share my insights too. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Take care.